every society. In every first world, second world, and most third, actually pretty much almost all third world countries, murder is considered a violation of law. But some societies actually encourage it,
Like what?
and some societies are like cannibalistic. Some tribal societies. They wouldn't even be marked in your map. That's how small they are.
Oh yeah, I saw there was like in the rainforest, there was this little tribe. When people start reaching 30 years old, they kill the oldest ones.
Hmm. I read
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, they grow up, have babies, and they're done. But it is optional because they have like this one old guy who didn't wanna die. But in general, it was accepted that oh, I'm finished. I'll drink this thing and go to the afterlife or whatever.
Oh man. I'm sorry, but you can't mix religion and actually basing a government off of religion might be pretty smart, but it's inevitably going to cause conflicts with other major societies.
Or just don't. Like religion isn't changeable to the same extent as government is.
Right, and that's a big problem. Religion shouldn't be part of the government just because it's so immovable. No, it doesn't. It should be required not to, as opposed to
Should
what?
religion
Something that
have
you don't
power?
know exists?
Religion should for certain not have power.
Definitely. Religion should never have power. Dude, just look at radical Islam. That's what happens when a power gets up too far. No, no, Islam is the same as Christianity. We're just on a different time frame right now. Oh, it definitely is. Yes, I've read every word of the Quran as well as the Bible.
I've read the Bible too. It's not that nice.
If anything, the Quran is more loving than the Bible. Oh, oh, come on.
If
I
you
will
had a
type
mic
with you. Really? So that's why I don't think religion should be at all considered in government. Dude, two witnesses and evidence of homosexual activity. That's easy. That is easy to get. And for that to happen and they be convicted and be stoned because of that. That doesn't seem barbaric to you?
Yes.
Yeah, actually, that's pretty easy. I've walked into my friend having sex. I'm not homophobic, so I mean, I'm not gonna fucking go screaming to the hills. Well, of course not. But if I were homophobic, I would be one witness. All it would take is one more person to say, yeah, well, actually, I've seen him have sex too. There's quite a few homophobes, dude. Include, dude, all you have to do is look at Christianity.
Well,
Most Christian fanatics are homophobic. It's irrational to to accept the word of something that has no evidence or no basis
yeah,
for
but
you to be accepting is irrational.
to care about what other people do in the bedroom is quite irrational.
That too, something that's not your business is rational. Man, you really need a mic. I feel you. I'm thinking maybe it would be easier to just like mute our mics and type. That way we're all keeping up with each other.
I'd see you guys fight over this. That'd be worth watching.
Would,
Yeah.
would it would it be a good podcast?
Not sure what it should be described as, but it would be interesting.
The philosophy of accepting religion. The problem with accepting religion.
People can do whatever they want. That also goes for Christians.
There is every reason to have a government that is not based in religion.
I think it's like 15 years back, the Norwegian church got connected from the state.
To,
Disconnected.
to base it on science, to base government on science alone and merit alone, I believe would be the most important aspect of government. Most important reason to base a government. I probably do. I'm not sure if I do, but it sounds like something I would be. Like how things are morally commonly true, commonly accepted around the world. Like murder is usually considered bad. Okay, so truth's independent of me. Well, they don't have to affect me to be true. There's a large hadron collider in Europe. Okay, so something moral that is independent of me. Whew. I really want to be able to think of one off the top of my head, but I can't. I would say in the vast majority of cases, 99.9% of cases, yeah, murder is wrong. Oh, it's commonly accepted.
Or however, maybe he just accepts it. I accept it.
God, I kind of fucking hate that question.
I don't understand what you're asking.
He's asking whether being kind is a good thing, morally good thing, and whether
Not
that.
always.
So it's always. So is that
Always.
Yeah, well, being kind is generally more easily accepted. So if you want something, be kind. It's commonly accepted. How does that come to the conclusion that we have no basis for government?
Yeah, but like it would be kind to provide all the drug addicts with whatever drug they want. That would be kind. Stupid, but kind. And yet it wouldn't be kind either. But it would be
Finding the truth
stupid.
definitely is better than finding a lie. Well, think of it this way, like is it better that the wrong person is convicted of a crime, or is it better that oh fuck, I messed that up. I messed that up entirely. Never mind. Um yeah, no, finding the truth is better in every case, independent of me. Much more important than finding a lie.
But uh, how can you find that religion is not a lie?
Well, you can't necessarily define whether it's a lie or not. It's
Exactly.
but he's saying that because I accept this as a moral truth, it would be a good basis for scientific government. No? Okay, I'm just going to talk about that one. Um, okay, define your individual acceptance versus acceptance by the whole. Just define that for me. Yeah, you refuted her biological. She was getting at the point of instinct.
Yeah, you're not defining that. I'm not getting it either.
Yeah, define independent moral truths versus uh, accepted, commonly accepted moral truths.
It would be
Well, if all humans said murder was good, then murder would be good.
it would be for those who weren't dead. It
Well,
wouldn't be very beneficial from a
yeah,
logical standpoint.
evolutionarily speaking, it could be beneficial, or it could not be beneficial to kill off people.
Yeah, like if people who strayed from the norm or the perception of the norm were killed off, that would change evolution.
Yeah, and see, and the thing is, like, I don't believe there is such a thing as an independent moral truth. It's all of your morals are based off of your where like your concept of your moral structure, what you were grown up to be, what you were taught.
My perception is murder is bad, but if the common perception was murder is good, then you could just murder if you wanted to and get away
Yeah,
with it.
it would be different.
We have a basis, and that is
You
our
do have a
perception of
basis. You
reality.
have a basis to survive.
What is this even about at this point?
So you're saying that my basis for wanting to survive. No, it doesn't.
What is that assumption of extinction? That assumption, where does that come from? Well, of course he couldn't. However, now we know a lot more about it than he did back then.
Yeah, Darwinism is true.
It has been proven through genetic testing and how we have learned mutation works in DNA. They didn't have scientific methods to find
Because
that shit out.
based on what we've heard or what we've learned, that is our reasoning. If I find a new article that says otherwise, I will change my reasoning for it. Oh, evolution is fact. That's
It has
plain
been
and simple.
proven. When he
Yeah.
came with his theory, he had no way of proving it.
No, it is
Of course
fact.
it is. It's fact.
It is proven. It is fact.
We even see just from breeding animals how we can shape them.
Even your precious Pope has agreed with it.
No, it's the same argument. That is evolution.
Evolution is a fact, plain and simple. It is proven. It is proven. It is a fact. If it were not proven, it would be a theory.
Like even the
A highly logical theory, but a theory.
like even people
Since
are.
it has been proven, it is a fact.
Do you know why people don't? It's like the GMO argument. Like for example, in the 60s, they took seeds and exposed them to radiation to speed up the change of the DNA.
Yeah.
That was one way of doing it because we know that radiation changes DNA over time. And the big source for that is the sun. The sun gives radiation and creates
We
whatever.
get tiny bits every day. All day. All night.
Yes, evolution is true beyond us.
Actually, yeah. Evolution is an independently true statement, I guess you can say. Thank you for steering us in that direction. That's actually really good. Yeah, evolution is independently true. Well, yeah, evolution is evolution. Evolution in probably the same way that you understand evolution is evolution. But you might need some re-education on it. I don't know. It depends.
It is independent of us.
Right, but these are not moral arguments. These are facts.
Yes.
I think it's independent to humans, yeah.
Why is it no longer about that?
Well, because if he's saying that if evolution is a law, that means that regardless of humans, it's still going to continue. It's still a chain until we die, until everything dies.
And yet somehow we have fucked with it.
Yeah, sure. You're just trying any way to get your foot in the door with this. I mean,
I don't understand what the fuck you're trying to argue with us.
But the thing is, like, you're trying to argue morals, but evolution is not a moral standing.
Yes, logic is independent, and also it's independent of morals.
Because based on everything that you know about A equals A, it is true. No, it's based off of your knowledge of how to read that and whether you believe it to be true. In an equation of A equals A certainly does equal A. Not necessarily, because you could say that you have I don't even fucking remember however many letters there are in the alphabet, but 23 letters that don't equal A, and you can give a list of every letter that is not A. Sure, okay, yeah. It happens to be true. I would say as a human we tend to seek truth before lies. I would say we gravitate towards finding truth. Why is that morally true though? It's not morally true for A to equal A. It's just true. A equals A is an equation for A equals A. That's all it means. It's just true. That equation is just true. There's no morals attached to it. No, it's just true and it's not a lie. It doesn't have to be better or worse. It's just not a lie. Well, I don't know why you're using A equals A. What are you, a teacher? You're trying to be a teacher.
He is an ENTP on Christianity.
Okay. So yeah. Well, let's get a little bit more complicated than A equals A. I am I. Yeah. So things that are what they are. They're not something else. Right. Okay. So that's fundamentally true in everything. Well, most things. Usually your perception equals reality. Yeah. Yeah, I mean if you're not on mushrooms or if you're not on acid and you're imagining the walls are like liquid. Yeah, no, I mean if you can rely on your own perception, then yeah, a cup is a cup. Okay, but I'm having trouble understanding why does morality have anything to do with logic? See, but
Morals doesn't have to be part of that equation at all.
no.
The same thing with A equals A, not morals.
No, but you're trying to bridge a gap where there is fundamentally not supposed to be a bridge.
Because it's different things.
Because me picking up this glass of green tea to drink it, there is no moral connection between me and the glass, or the glass and me drinking it.
Was that all you were arguing? That morals and logic was different things?
Now, logically speaking, this is a glass filled with green tea that is sitting on my desk. Those are facts. There is no moral reason for me to hold this up to a higher standard than any other glass that is filled with green tea on my desk.
What the fuck is A equals A?
So he's talking about like things in your real world being what they are. So
Yeah.
a cup is a cup. But for it to have meaning or purpose, there has to be moral.
So, mm,
Okay. I'm
yeah, but what does that do with morals?
okay. I can kind of see a connection if you're considering like the fact that if I don't drink, I will eventually die. Thus, the truth in this is that I know I will die if I do not drink it, so I must drink it. But that's just an independent truth. There's no morality for that.
Okay, good night, Mark. Oh,
Oh, okay. Man, you are an ENTP and you believe in a higher power.
he reads his Bible at school.
I mean, I'm all for letting you do your thing while you're at school. I don't give a shit. Like, read your Bible. You know,
Yeah.
feel free to talk to me about it. I'd love to hear more about it. But
Yeah,
I have never, ever in my life considered the possibility, seriously considered the possibility of a higher power. Like, it's just, it's silly. Yeah, yeah, you do your thing. We'll talk later.
I actually have a friend who is a pastor. I've talked to a lot about this stuff, and we actually have pretty
Yeah, that's cool.
interesting conversations. However, I'm not a believer. And
Yeah,
he's
no,
okay. And he's
I'm
cool with
certainly
that.
not a believer. But I love conversations with people who are believers because I think it's fascinating. I think it's like it's like picking up Game of Thrones.
So, I'm agnostic. I think the Bible was written by men,
Well, of course. Yeah.
like made up by men. No, I don't believe in God.
I don't believe in God. I don't Which one is you?
You will. Oh shit, that sounds crazy. I'll show you that you do in my self-righteous ways, all by
That
yourself.
sounds
No help from.
maniacal.
Yeah.
Yeah, as if you could get help from a higher power. Yeah, you go ahead and ask help from your Jesus. Jesus, take the wheel. Sorry,
No, you're not sorry.
yeah, I'm really not. Well, that's cool. I honestly believe that. I have perceived so far in my life that people who believe in a higher power tend to be happier. This dude is never going to get his work done, man. He's just going to keep talking.
It's what you do.
You're good. I'm sorry if I'm wasting your time.
Don't be. It's what this place is for. It's a bunch of NTPs who doesn't sleep a lot.
Fuck yeah, it's 5 a.m. here. Shit, it's almost 6 a.m. now.
So what you gonna do about it? Sit on, do an all-nighter?
I'm pretty much going to stay up all night, yeah.
Yeah.
I might fall asleep in my chair a couple times. Doesn't matter. Do you ever do that? Fall asleep in your chair?
Not often.
But you have.
Yeah, but my chair is like very straight up, so if I do, I just wake up right away.
Oh no, I can. Well, it hurts my neck, but I could. I can sleep in my chair. Or I can like sleep like this.
Like
Just
this isn't as maybe less comfy than yours, but it's better for my back.
yeah.
Have to sit up straight.
Well,
Well, sort of.
I'm technically straight. I'm just leaned back. So I mean, like, and I've got this little bulge thing on the, for my lumbar support, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah.
So I have a technically an ergonomically correct chair. It leans back very far, so I happen to fall asleep a lot in it. So yours just doesn't lean back?
It does, but not a lot.
Oh. Shit. Every chair I get, I loosen the thing so I can just like fall back.
Yeah.
I hate having to push back. It's annoying as hell.
There's like this little thing. I think I can soften it a bit, but I don't.
Yeah, the one that's vertical and it's a large thing on the bottom. It's like right in the middle.
Yeah.
That's the one that adjusts how hard it is to fall back.
It's there somewhere. There it is,
Yeah.
but I'll just leave it.
Yeah, it's kind of a bitch to alter.
Yeah.
Especially
I've had the same chair for 15 years. That's fine.
Damn.
It's a good chair.
No, I wish I had a chair for 15 years. Mine break every year. Like every 2 years maybe. And I always have to go get the same frickin' chair because every other chair sucks in my life. So I end up breaking this chair every year or 2 years, like on the spot. It's planned obsolescence. I know it.
Yeah, the same thing happened to my boyfriend. He had like a chair and it lasted for a year or two. And then they had him order the same I have, and he did, and now it doesn't break anymore. And he's set to really lose, so he just goes back all the time. It's a good
Well,
chair.
shit. Could you find your chair on like Amazon?
Mm,
Or do you know how to find your chair?
I know where it's made.
Okay. Because if it's a good chair, and I don't know if you're just like tiny and your head just happens to come to the top of that.
No, I'm pretty short.
Okay.
I'm like less than 5'2".
Oh, are you? You're little.
I'm little.
It's
I
funny.
don't.
When you get to that size, you can't just say you're little. You have to be cute about it. You have to be you're little, little.
Yeah,
Sorry, do people make fun of you a lot for that?
not
I wasn't. I
openly,
wasn't making
thankfully.
fun. I
No,
was
I
just.
know. I know it's fine.
I was actually trying to be kind of cute.
I know. It's fine.
What is? I don't like these like black spots that are just like listening to us talk.
I can get
There's two.
rid of it.
There's two black spots. Well, I don't know. I'm just hoping that they hear me and kind of like start talking, but they're not talking. Fine, don't talk. Anyway, so
Oh,
that happens a lot. What, like people just randomly start coming in and just listen?
mm, well, now it's just us three here, but there's usually like a blankie or two. We call them blankies. I can't find out who the fuck sells these chairs other than the factory.
Oh, well that sucks. That'll cost a lot to get it from fucking Europe.
Yeah, it's like this tiny factory right there where I'm from.
Go figure.
Like tiny local factory.
The thing is, when you get something that's made from a big company, you have to incorporate planned obsolescence, and it's always like after 1 year it starts breaking down. After 2 years, it's like it starts dying on you. Um, and it always happens with shit that you get from like Walmart or from Target or from fucking any other place that's like common. But if you get it from like a mom and pop shop or somebody who built their chair for you, then it's much better. It'll last a lot longer.
Yeah, it's like they only sell to like offices generally.
Oh, well,
But
that's another thing.
I was able to have it ordered to my house because the people there know who my mom is. So I had
Hmm.
it shipped to the city where I live now. Normally they only send like larger orders, but they don't have a fucking list of stores who sells it.
So if I wanted to get that chair, I would basically have to pay you. Then you'd have to get your mom to do that, send it to your house, pay for postage to get it all the way the fuck over to US, and pay for the postage to get it across the US to
It
Las
would be
Vegas.
expensive as fuck.
Yeah, it would. I'm like on literally the opposite side of the world that you are on. That sucks.